You may have noticed in your ranked games, Mira is constantly banned. To be exact, she has a 60% ban rate in ranked. Mira has been around since year 2, so a lot of things could have happened since then. She could have received some changes, or some buffs or nerfs. But why is she still constantly banned? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain why she's banned so much. Mira is a 3 armor anchor that comes with black Miras. It's a one-way mirror which one side you can see through, but the other side is completely black. You can use it to gather information, which you're basically face-checking without the risk of dying, and it's just there to scare the attackers, because you can see them, but they can't see you. A little trick that you can do with Mira is by using your secondary shotgun, going up to the black part of the Mira, and shooting out any debris or wood that's blocking it, and you can go back to the other side, and you will see a lot more clearly. It's not that huge, but it's helpful nonetheless. Now, there's a few ways to actually destroy these Miras. The first and simple way is there's a red canister on the side that you can see through. If any defender pops it, or even an attacker, it will simply shatter. One of the first ways for the attackers to destroy it is by simply going up to it and meleeing it. However, if you're a good Mira player, there's no way the attackers should be able to do this. So, realistically, this is not really viable for attackers. The second way for the attackers to handle it is by bringing Hibana or Ace, and by throwing their gadgets on the Mira, it will completely destroy it. Now, cool. Now, however, they can counteract this by bringing Mute. So again, not much the attackers can do here. I mean, you should understand by now why Mira is banned a lot by just looking at her gadget, but it's a bit more complicated than that. You have to be paying attention to where you place your Miras, because if you don't, then you could place it in a bad spot, and the attackers destroy it, and completely screw over the site and your teammates in general. So like Castle, if you play Mira, watch where you're placing your Miras, because if not, it could hurt you in the long run. And now, I'm going to show you 3 maps and the most popular sites for a Mira. One of the more popular Mira spots is right here on red on Bank. By reinforcing this, placing on the Mira here. Then usually you want a vaultable hole here. I'm able to shoot out the front so you can see better. And that is one of the popular Mira spots. Another one that people like to use on this site specifically is right here on Garage. Place Mira here, obviously reinforce it. And you can kind of just use this door to quick peek. Maybe net some free codes. Also use your yellow pings, yada yada. God forbid you want to play Wine Cellar on Chalet, then you can reinforce this wall. And place a Mira facing the garage wall. The garage wall is usually a popular way of attacking this side by trying to plant trash. You can obviously see that. And you can see basically the entirety of garage, even main stairs. Right here on Aviator on Villa, place it right here on the Aviator wall. And you make head holes right here. This is obviously to pressure the attackers trying to come in from the balcony, and it's really good. By reinforcing these 2 walls, it allows you to play the Mira here. Here on Statuary on Villa. Place the Mira here on the middle wall. And make the head holes on the left of the wall. Don't do the right because you're not going to see much because this is blocking it. But you can see the entire window. You can even look at parts of the window through this window. And you can see a little bit into bathroom, but the bathroom part's not really good, so obviously someone's going to be playing there. And people are going to be using this to pressure the attackers trying to come master for the wall. Power positions I showed you that you can use with Mira are very strong, and the fact that the Mira is there is enough to scare the attackers. With it being there, they might not even push that way at all. They might try to go another way, or go from behind, or above, whatever you want to name it, they're not going there. It's okay to ask for help if you don't know where to place a Mira, so go ahead and ask your teammates because they might know. Now, some of you may want to know what her loadout is, and realistically there's only 3 things that you have to bring as Mira. Number 1, bring her Vector. It is one of the best defender weapons and SMGs in the entire game. Go ahead and run it. Fast fire rate, moderate recoil, low damage however, and okay magazine for what it is. Second, bring her secondary shotgun for side rotates and head holes. It's very simple. Go ahead and bring it. Last but not least, for her secondary gadget, you should bring the C4 and only the C4 because the proximity alarms aren't really useful on her. And it will be used to stop the plant, which the positions I showed you that you should place your mirrors are usually around default plants, so go ahead and bring it to stop them. With her gadget and her loadout explained, I hope you understand why she is banned a lot and why it's very hard to even play her. In fact, the clips I got in this video are strictly casual because she is banned so much, but with good reason. And unfortunately, I don't see how they could realistically nerf her other than just remove one of her mirrors because she brings 2 of them. Mira played in the right hands is one of the best, if not the best defender in the entire game, and that's why so many people just don't like her. And that's why I say if Mira is not banned, abuse her as much as you can, because you can win so many games with her alone. And that's my operative how-to of how to play Mira. And with that said, this is the end of the video. If you like what I make, I appreciate it if you subscribe. And if you're interested in any other operators I have covered almost every single operator in the game, and there is almost 70 of them, so it can be a bit complicated for newer players to learn all of them. I am Carter Tony. I hope you have a good day or a good night, and goodbye.